You guys are 3-1 on this road trip, but have you talked about that West Coast road trip at the beginning of last season, and this game in particular, and how far you've come, but also do you look back on that time?
We definitely do. For us last year, we was on this road trip, and we just looked like we didn't want to be out there. It was a long road trip. There was a lot going on for us, fighting and trying to get back into the race. But we're going up against a team, that, like you said, has had a lot of guys out. They're dealing with different rotations, so they're trying to get their rhythm and everything. We're running on this team, so, we understand we're going to get their best game, just like we did last time, but this time we have to come out and be prepared for that. So, it's no excuse tonight, and that's the beauty of it, getting another chance to redeem yourself. So.
How important is it, Marcus, to finish this road trip strong in these last 2 games back-to-back?
Very important, very important. Obviously when you go on a road trip, you don't lose any, but, you understand. So it happens. We lost one. We got to finish it out strong, make a statement. Coming back on this home stretch that we have, and just really continue to work on what we need to work on. And this is going to test us. We've been on the road for a long time. We lost one of our first losses on the road. Now we got to come back and be on the road for a little bit longer before we go home. Everybody's tired. Everybody's ready to go home. Our mental strength is going to come in and be tested these last 2 games. So it's real big for us to finish out the right way.
When you watched the Golden State film, did you feel like, offensively for you guys, they sped you up a little bit? It didn't seem like, normally you guys are in the half court, the ball moves, 4 or 5 passes. It seemed like maybe you guys got a little caught up in what they were doing, which was trying to hunt shots in transition.
Yeah, we put so much pressure on our defense because every shot we took, it was life or death for us. We were go in. When it didn't go in, it was just like, dang, here we go. So it's part of it. They're a good team. That's what they do. We just got to calm down, ease ourselves, and we'll figure it out. That game's in the past. You tip your hat off. We didn't do a good job. It just wasn't our night. You learn from it, you watch the film, but there's a lot of things we can learn from. There's a lot of things we were happy with, but obviously a lot of things we can learn from. So, it's part of the game, and you just got to be able to put it in the back of your mind and move on.
Jason was saying after that game, it's just kind of one game, like maybe the media was looking at it as bigger than you guys were yourselves. How did you kind of feel about that game going into it? Was there kind of a bigger thing you were trying to prove going in, or did you just look at it as 1 out of 82, as he said?
1 out of 82 for us. If this was last year around that time, then yeah, because we were struggling every game. For us was that type of game. This year, we weren't thinking like that. Like, I think a lot of people outside of us put a lot of more emphasis on this game than what they should. It's still early. So it happens. You just got to move on.
And for you, from a communication standpoint, I think you were mic'd up. You could hear you kind of trying to settle things down there. What kind of message were you trying to get across in game, and what did you kind of learn from that communication of trying to settle things down in that moment?
Just trying to keep my guys poised, keep confidences up, try to get us back on the right track, from that standpoint. This was easier said than done, especially when, you got guys who, are down on themselves and are very, very critical of themselves.
Yeah.
More than probably anybody else. So it's like, you're trying to do everything you can to help them and help yourself as well. And that's where that mental toughness comes in. That's something we got to continue to build and keep getting stronger.
Could you feel things getting a little tight? Could you feel guys getting down on themselves a little bit in that game?
Yeah, I think it's just a human nature. It happens. Especially because you work so hard, and it's like, the things that I worked hard on are presenting themselves in the moment, and it's not going the way I planned. So, it's just a human nature. It's just a human nature, right? So, it's part of it, I try to minimize those amounts that you have those brain farts denied. So it won't be the last time it happens. It's just next time, how do we adjust to it and get that victory? So that's what we're working on.
Marcus, what's the line for you guys? You guys have gone off to such a hot start. I know there's been an emphasis after last year's start, but what's the line between get off to this hot start, put some stuff in the bank for you guys, versus don't peak too early, don't push too hard because you expect to be playing games in June?
Yeah, last year for us was a little tough for us, because, like I said, every game mattered for us around this time. We were down bad, so we were scratching and crawling while everybody was reserving their bodies, getting ready for us. So we went through hell, but that's what made us who we were last year. We take some of that this year, and we just kind of took off running with it. We definitely don't want to peak too early, but at the same time, we want to have a good rhythm established going into, the postseason and things like that. So for us, it's just to continue to play how we've been playing and take one game at a time, and I think everything else will take care of itself.
What have you seen from Kawhi coming off the ACL?
Couldn't tell to me. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi, this type of player he is, man, It's a great player to be able to come in and just get back into the rhythm of the things that he was doing. Obviously, you can tell he's missed some time, but he's a competitor, and he's going to go out there and compete. So we expect nothing but the best from him tonight.
And then have you gotten a chance to see Marcus?
I have not. We have not got to see him personally. We watched the film and things like that, but it'd be good to see him again tonight. You know what I'm saying? And happy for him, but when we step in those lines, we'll talk afterwards.
Let me ask you this. There's some talk, obviously, since you guys are best team in the league with the record, that normally a team that good gets 3 All-Stars, and that you would be the 3rd All-Star. What would that mean to you? Do you keep track of that? Do you care about All-Star?
No, that's not why I'm playing this game. Obviously, to add that to your resume is obviously a big deal, but, that's out of my control. And if that's what I'm focusing on and playing for, then, I got my priorities wrong. So I'm here to win games and hopefully hang a banner. And, everything else that comes with it is a bonus. So hopefully if we continue to do our jobs, then that's something we won't have to worry about with myself or any other guys on the team. And it'll happen if it's supposed to happen. So if it happens, I'll be ecstatic. It'll be awesome. But at the same time, that's not my goal. That's not my focus.